Are you thinking about getting a Great Pyrenees for your farm? If so, you may want to consider some things. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, it's Lindy from Linessa Farms, specialty and heirloom livestock. Thanks for joining us again today. So I'm here with Mavis. Mavis is our female Great Pyrenees. She's about a year and a half old. She's been really great for us. She does really well with the animals. She's really nice with people. We do have a male. His name is Murphy, and we'll go out and see him here in a little bit. They're just overall great animals, but that being said, there is a few things that you should think about before getting one. So you need to think that these are very large dogs. It's one of the largest dog breeds. If you go into a pen and they jump up on you, they will be looking you eye to eye. Their paws will be on your shoulders. It is quite a large dog. They're going to eat a lot of food, and they're going to have large litters. This is Mavis's first litter of puppies, and she had 9. They also have a quite short lifespan compared to other dogs. It lasts about 10 years on average, so there's just some things to consider with their size. While we're still in here with Mavis, there's one more thing that you need to consider specifically about the female. Females tend to wander a little bit more than the males do. The males will tend to stay back with the animals more. So if you do decide to get a female, you need to make sure that you have some sort of fence, or you keep them in the pen with your animals at all times. If you don't have either of those, you need to get a tracking collar. You don't want them to get away from you, and they will try at some point. He's asleep, isn't he? Murphy! Good boy. Come on, Murph. Oh, good boy. Come here. Oh, good boy. So this is Murphy. Murphy is our male Great Pyrenees. He is about 1 year old. And one thing you're going to hear about these dogs is that they bark. And that is so true. These dogs bark like crazy. Once they hit about 6 months of age, they're going to bark as soon as the sun goes down until the sun comes up. And that is one of the main reasons that people actually end up giving up these dogs, is because they bark. So that's something that you definitely want to consider. Once they hit about a year old, their barking is going to slow down tremendously. They're going to start only barking when they need to. These dogs are more of a deterrent. They're not necessarily an attack dog, and their bark is that deterrent. So we already talked about Mavis and how the females tend to be more sociable with people and how they also tend to wander. The males are a little different. The males tend to be more loners. They're more interested in the other animals than they are the people. This doesn't mean that they're not friendly. They are definitely friendly. They just aren't going to want to cuddle with you as much as the females might. They tend to want to be with the other animals or by themselves more. One common mistake we see with these dogs is people mistake size for maturity. They get big fast. Murphy is only 1 year old. That means he still has another year left to grow. He is still a puppy. Just because they're big doesn't mean that they're an adult yet, and you need to treat them like a puppy until they prove themselves otherwise. Some things to look out for would be food aggression. Do they get aggressive with other animals when food's around? You need to make sure that you properly socialize them with people, any type of animals, cats, fowl, baby goats, baby lambs, any animal that's going to be around them. You need to make sure that they're properly socialized so that they don't get aggressive with them. They have to prove themselves to you before you give them any sort of trust. You can't treat them like an adult until they've proven that they are an adult. Dog food is typically very high in copper. You never want to leave dog food out unsupervised. If your animals get into it, they can get copper toxicity, and it's just not good for them. So always make sure that you're watching the food while you're feeding them. We actually come out once a day and hand feed them. We sit out here with them until they're done. It's very important that these dogs are vaccinated just as much as any other dog, if not more. If you have one of these dogs long enough, they are going to end up fighting something like a coyote, a fox, a wolf, anything like that. You need to make sure that they're protected, especially with tetanus and rabies. You want to keep these dogs healthy. If you're new to Linessa Farms, thanks for watching. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now. This is our Premier 1 electric netting. This has worked great for us. Our dogs have never challenged it. They've never ran out through it. Some dogs will try and go after predators. Other dogs will let predators come to them. Great Pyrenees are like that. They'll let the predator come to them. They'll try and ward them off with their barking first. And if the predator was to cross the boundary, then they will go after them. You do need some type of boundary to keep predators out and keep the dog in. We have actually found that keeping our dogs in pairs has been better for them. We have raised other types of livestock guardian dogs in the past, such as commodores. With those types of dogs, we found that a buddy actually made their behavior worse. That has not been the case for our Pyrenees. Giving them a buddy has actually made them much happier and better at their job. These dogs do need shelter. They're very good in the cold, but they still need protection from the elements. We've had these dogs do just fine in 20 below with a buddy, some good bedding, and a shelter. We are more concerned about them in the summer. They are made to survive in colder temperatures. These dogs will get overheated very easily. You need to give them lots of water and lots of shade. I'm Lindy from Linessa Farms, specialty and heirloom livestock. Thanks for joining us again today, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.